Welcome to Millionaire Mindset, where we give you ways and advice to achieve financial freedom. Today we will talk about 10 secrets wealthy people use to get anything they want in life. It doesn't matter if you're looking to earn money, fame, love, or satisfaction. You can apply these secrets to absolutely anything you want to achieve in life, and they will dramatically improve your odds of success. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. Number 1. They set goals in a unique way that allows them to achieve them. Almost every successful person out there uses a very different system of setting goals. They don't rely on New Year's resolutions, superstitions, lucky charms, or karma. They build what is known as goal pyramid, where the ultimate goal sits at the top of the pyramid and everything else divides into smaller supporting goals. Most people have productivity issues simply because they don't have direction. They also lack a proper schedule to get the important things done quickly. There's this thing called the domino method, where you achieve goals by building stepping stones that open them up for bigger and better things. Number 2. The money is there to buy time to think. Wealthy people just love to think. Their decision making is so good because they carefully weigh each option, especially if it is critical and will have significant impacts. They just love to take the time to work on the future by thinking and planning about it. That's why they're also stressed out all the time, because they constantly think about the future. The thing is that the mind cannot create new thoughts if it's already preoccupied. Very few people take thinking seriously. Some are even afraid of it. Wealthy people value their free time because that's when they can think independently. Bill Gates even bought a very humble lake house where he can go by himself for a week. He spends his time there just by reading books, relaxing, and thinking about things. Number 3. They develop good judgment over years of trial and error. As I said, successful and wealthy people are good decision makers because the richer you are, the more is at stake with every decision you make. That is why they learn the consequences of making bad decisions the hard way. Since wealthy people are smart people too, they acquire these life lessons and avoid doing it again in the future. That is also why they can be trustworthy, especially in business and finance in general. People respect those who have good judgment and elevate them to positions of power. Mastering the science of decision making can lead to bigger and better opportunities down the line. Picking the right life partner and friends, deciding to quit a job, starting a business, investing are just a few examples that rely on decision making because the results carry over decades or even a lifetime. Number 4. They break life down and look behind the scene. The more you study how the world works, the better you understand what's happening behind the scenes. You get to a point where you can look at any business and know how it operates. You look deeply at yourself and see why you act in specific ways. The more you understand the world, the more obvious the outcome is. Once you look at the source code, it's easy to do anything in life. You simply follow the tutorial. Education is not just about getting a degree. It's more than that. It's how you can learn what the world has to offer. You may know the names of every ocean, but it can't help you pay rent, unfortunately. The more educated you are, the more you can break society down and navigate it. Number 5. They focus on one objective at a time. Multitasking is a ruse where companies, instead of hiring more people, decide at the same employee should be responsible for more than one task. That way, they can improve profits by paying fewer people. That is why wealthy people focus on one goal only, and once they achieve that, they go to the next one. Jeff Bezos made his life's purpose of making Amazon the biggest store globally, and he did it. But you might be asking, what about Elon Musk? He has multiple ventures, right? Well, if you think about it, Elon has only one goal: to make human life sustainable long term. All his companies work together towards the same goal. Everything else is a subset of this goal. He builds new companies to support that goal, and he is not concerned about hiring tons of employees as long as they do their given task. The more things you do simultaneously, the worse the quality of each outcome. It's simple division, really. If you want to have a 100% outcome for one goal, don't do things at once, because you will only get 50% for each of them. Number 6. They invest first and spend the interest. Let's say you want to go on a holiday and splurge on relatively expensive product. Before you pay for it, you have to make a large enough investment that the outcome pays for your purchase. Just remember this. If you can't afford the investment where the interest pays for the product you want, you cannot afford the product. If you want to travel, build first a travel fund and continue to sustain it until its interest can pay for your entire trip. In other words, you can only spend the interest and not the principal amount. That's what it takes. Most of us, when we earn a monthly income, we immediately buy the new iPhone. So when you leave the store, you're left with nothing. Another example is that if you want to buy a new car, buy a rental property first and allow the rent to pay for the lease on the vehicle. This change in thinking, is a game changer that will enable you to grow wealth indefinitely. Number 7. They play long-term games. Everyone wants to be rich, but most think they can achieve it in just a year. That is where the problem lies. Most of us want to take the shortcut route. That is why lotteries, reality TV contests, and get-rich-quick schemes are still very popular to this day. For the rich, they think in terms of the next decade. They're willing to sacrifice if they genuinely believe in something. It doesn't matter how long it will take to achieve their goal, because they always think the payoff is worth it. Every action you take daily will have effects over the long term. Buying and reading a book now could provide valuable information that will change the path of your life. A small investment in emerging technology could have massive results in 20 to 30 years. Don't rely on pump and dump schemes. They don't work and they could get you in trouble. Number 8. Negotiate absolutely everything. Some people think the rich are cheap because they keep negotiating things everywhere they go. But they value money up to the last cent. Every dollar counts, as you can use it for your investments or helping other people. And these small bargains can add up to something huge in the long run. Someone said that the profit happens at the point of purchase, because it is practically gambling if you buy something at a high price and hope the price will even go much higher. If you can purchase something below market value, that's a win for you. It makes sense, right? Number 9. They have friends who specialize in different fields that have a common purpose. Successful people build networks of other successful people or individuals with the same goals. It is incredible if you can pick up the phone and somebody provide the answer to a problem you're dealing with, right? There's no need to hire an expert if you have networks of people specializing in different fields. Another way to save time and money. But of course, the first thing you need to do to create this network is you must have something to offer to the table. It's hard when you're the least in your circle. Number 10. They study other successful people and copy their skill sets and know-how. Related to number 9 is, once you create a network of skilled people, you can closely study them and copy their skill sets and technical know-how. It is always better if you are an expert in different fields. You can use this as leverage for job promotions. And again, if you know how to do something, you avoid hiring another person, saving you time and money. Another benefit to this is the lifetime knowledge that you can pass down to the next generations. That's our video for today. We hope you learned something from this list. These are not really secrets anymore, as decades of studying wealthy people's behaviors help us create a blueprint on how to be successful. Join us again next time here in Millionaire Mindset for another round of tips in achieving your financial freedom. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.